Hey guys, I'm Coach Steph. We're gonna go over the kettlebell swing. We have two different variations. There's a rushing kettlebell swing, which is anywhere from shoulder to eye level, or just the kettlebell swing, which we're gonna go all the way overhead. So I'll show you the two options and then we'll break it down. So the first one is gonna be the rushing kettlebell swing, which is anywhere to the eye level. The other one is going to be all the way overhead. In your programming, if it just says kettlebell swing, that means you're going overhead. If it says rushing kettlebell swing, that means you're going to shoulder to eye level. All right, so things you need to think about in the kettlebell swing is this is a dynamic hip movement. We want to make sure your back is flat at all times. All right, but we are initiating the entire movement through our hips. Our arms are just chains holding on to the kettlebell, which is why you probably saw my arms bent. I'm not lifting with my arms. I'm just kind of going where my hips take the kettlebell. So one thing I like to start with is have the kettlebell slightly in front of you so you can kind of hike it like a football. All right, so we'll start out in front, back is flat. First thing I'm gonna do is hike it up like a football and then stand. So your movement with your hips is a back to stand versus a back forward. All right, because it's gonna put a lot of pressure on our lower back. So you're gonna get the hands on the kettlebell, back is flat, tuck and pop. If you're new to the kettlebell swing, don't worry about how high you're getting it. Just work on the tempo of getting the swing and initiating from your hips. And then as you get more comfortable, you can get a little bit more aggressive with the hip drive and get the kettlebell overhead. So how you get the kettlebell overhead is a little bit more aggressive hip drive. When you are doing overhead swings, you want to make sure at the top that your wrist, elbow, shoulder, and hips are all stacked on top of each other. Doesn't matter where your kettlebell is facing, as long as that's happening. So starting with the kettlebell in front, hike, pop. All right, last thing to note on the kettlebell, you'll notice in all the swings that I did, my kettlebell stayed above my knees at all times. That'll help protect our lower back as we're swinging to keep it in nice and tight. So you have your options today, rushing kettlebell swing or kettlebell swing overhead. How you're gonna adapt this to you is just how high you're gonna swing and the load of your weight. If we don't have a kettlebell at home, you can swing a dumbbell or you can grab a gallon jug and do the same thing. So get creative and have fun with this.